You either feel the pain of 1,000 suns in your ass, or you throw up. Pick your poison, my friend. Hey guys, this channel is for league vlogs and
Variety on Dyrus too. Thank you.
hello there. Okay. Oh, dude, I need a shave. Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys a story of how I survived 2018 into 2019. Okay, so what happened? Let's see, where do I start? Last stream of the year, I was playing League of Legends. I was playing Bard and Lulu top. I did well for the first 2 games, and then I inted for like 3, and then I rage quit. Then at the end of the stream, I was like, alright guys, that's it for me today. And I was just so upset at myself for not playing Bard and Lulu top perfectly that I was like, alright, I'm gonna order some food. So I ordered some fish tacos and some onion rings. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. This is from a really high rated place. 4.8 stars? Wow, that's really good. $4 onion rings? Wow, they must be pretty good then. And they came here, and I'm just like, alright. I look up for anime. Well, there's no anime to watch. Whatever. I'll just watch some Twitch streamers. I ate the food, the fish tacos, and the onions, and I started to feel bad. I didn't know what it was. My stomach started to feel sore. I was like, whatever. Let's play some Overwatch. All of a sudden, when I went to the bathroom, like it was just like explosive. It's just water coming out, dude. It was really bad, and I was like, all right, this is weird. Unless I ate something bad. Hopefully, it got out there. Oh no, that's the start of a fucking nightmare, dude. My stomach started hurting, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so fucking sick. Emily's friend was over, and I was telling him and Emily, like, oh, my stomach is really sore. I think I might have got food poisoning. And he's like, oh, okay, I have something for that. So he gave me, like, these strong pain relievers for, like, stomach medicine. And he gave me, like, 5 of them. And so I took one, and I wasn't feeling any better after taking it. So I was like, holy shit, this must be some serious stomach pain, or this medicine just doesn't work. So I drank a lot of water, and I was like, alright, I'm just gonna lay down for a bit. And suddenly I just knocked out. Like the medicine just kicked in and I knocked out. But the thing is, as I knocked out for that day, I woke back up immediately because in my stomach there's the onions and fish tacos. And when you drink a lot of water and there's nowhere for it to filter, if it doesn't go down, then it will come back up. So I got up and started throwing up in the bathroom sink. So that was the first time I threw up. And I was like, oh god, not this again. This reminds me of the time when I was sick with Turtle. What happened like 5 years ago was that me and Turtle went to eat sushi. We ate like 18 dragon rolls, or like yeah, it was dragon rolls, and we both got sick for like 10 hours and threw up for 10 hours straight. So I was like, oh fuck, this is the same thing. So what I realized was that, okay, shit, I need to drink water and like throw this up. I was just laying down, sitting there in lots of pain. In lots of pain. I was like, oh, this feels so bad. Oh my god, what can I do to make myself feel better? And I was like, oh, I know. I could take a bath. Oh no, that was the wrong thing to do, dude. And I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, this feels nice. And you know when you're in the bath and it's hot and warm and you're like, oh, this is so nice, you know? But you get lazy and you just don't want to get out of the bath, and then the bath gets cold. So I just sat there for an hour, and then I got up, and because I did that, and because I had the food poisoning, my immunity system was like super weak. So immediately I got a fever and a cold at the same time. uh, my head was fucking burning and I was sneezing and it's just like, oh my fucking god, I'm so stupid. So now I had my head was burning up, my neck was burning up, everything's burning up, and I felt cold while I'm under like 3 comforters. So I went back into the bed, and I felt like every like 10 to 30 minutes, I would get up and throw up, drink water, go back in bed, get up, throw up, and I repeated this process like at least 10 to 15 times. I don't know. It felt like a fucking eternity. During one of the times in the process, when I threw up, I actually saw what was causing it. And that's when I saw the onion and I was like, "Oh my fucking god." So I looked up on Google why bad onions or spoiled onions are bad for you, and it said that if they like prepare it a day early or something stupid, if they prepare it wrong, then it like fucks you. It also said that onions like absorb all the bacteria in your body. So I had to be really careful about what I ate. I was thinking about drinking alcohol or Fireball because I thought it would like help, but at the same time I was like, no, that's so stupid. So I didn't drink it. I just thought of it. Oh, this is one part I forgot to mention. So I couldn't poop properly. It was like my ass was on fire. So I had a choice. It was either feel the pain of 1,000 suns in my ass or throw up. And so I made the conscious decision to do one or the other every 30 minutes. And it was just fucking awful. And I was just tweeting out. For help, like, God, has anyone ever ate onion? Like, that's why I tweeted about that earlier. And then, so there's some decent responses, like, I mean, there's the obvious ones, like drink water. I know. There was like tea, a special kind of tea, and I didn't know what kind of tea it was, so I just grabbed a random teacup, and it was herbal tea. I drank some, immediately fucking threw it up because I hate herbal tea. I hate tea. I looked up home remedies, and then finally, my light of hope. My light of hope comes through in the DMs. Siegel, he messages me. And he says, I had the stomach flu for weeks. Imodium is the best for stopping the diarrhea. Nothing else will really work. Combined with petrolite, and he just gave me like these solutions. And then he's like, when you run low on electrolytes, get some Gatorade. And I was just like, oh, thank God, a solution. My fucking knight in shining armor. And so I told Emily, can you please get me some Gatorade and get me some of this medicine? She got me some Gatorade, but she didn't get me the medicine, so I was like, alright, whatever, no big deal. I'll just order on Amazon, but I didn't do that for like 3 days later. I finally got the order today, but I'm already like over it, so it's just like, alright, all the pain I could have avoided in my ass is just like... it's already done with. I've already been mentally trained. So the second day felt a lot better, and I was still in pain. You know, I was still throwing up, like not every half an hour, but every like 2 hours. I was like, oh, I'm slowly getting away from the sickness. And I was like, oh man, this really sucks. The Overwatch season is about to end. And I'm so close to GM. I'm 100 SR away from GM. I gotta play. So I got on Overwatch while I was sick. Oh my god, it was not the right move. I could like hold my own in game, but I could not carry for shit. So I ended up going 50-50 for like the entire time. And I was like, all right, I need a break. I'm tilted. I'm hungry. And you know what I did? I ordered Panda Express, I ordered white rice, and I was like, oh, you know, I could use some orange chicken and some Beijing beef. And you know, in Beijing beef, they have onions. They have fucking onions. Oh, I'm gonna get gag reflex just thinking about it. So then I started feeling sick again, and I was like, oh shit, it's back. And I didn't realize it yet. I didn't realize it until I started throwing up. So I went back to my bed, and I started feeling really fucking sick. Like not only from my stomach, but I was shivering. I was fucking shaking out of control. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I legit was shaking for 10 minutes straight, and I was just struggling to breathe. And I was like, holy fuck, I need to take some medicine. So I took some medicine, and even so, normally this medicine, this pain reliever, it's I don't know what it was, but it was like pain reliever medicine for stomach, and is meant to like knock you out to sleep, right? So this time, like the other times in the last 3 days that I took it when I was in pain, throwing up, fever, fucking pain, explosive diarrhea, like I every time I took this medicine, I would immediately knock out without realizing it, right? I would just sleep. But this time when I took the medicine, I was still awake. That really freaked me out. And I was like, holy fuck, I'm gonna have to call 911, but I really don't feel like leaving my bed. In my mind, as I was shaking, I was just replaying Overwatch team fights in my head as Roadhog over and over and over. So I was like, fuck, alright, I need to man up and get out of this bed, because I really didn't want to I really didn't want to leave my bed. It was just so everything was just way too cold. I sat up, I drank the water, and I immediately went to the bathroom, and it was just freezing. I started throwing up, and I just see like the remainders of like the Beijing beef come out. And I was just like, what the fuck? I'm never eating Panda Express ever again. It was like the first day, except like twice as bad. So instead of throwing up every 30 minutes, it was like every 10 minutes, and then it slowed down to 30 minutes. After the third time I threw up, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna die. I was like, holy shit, I just needed some water to fucking throw up this shit in my body. I threw up, I kept throwing up. It was nasty, dude. It was even more nasty than before, because before it was just onions, right? You only see like the white onions, but when you throw up Beijing beef, it's just like, eh. I haven't been mentioning the part about the diarrhea because I feel like that's kind of disgusting to think about, but let's just say there's a lot of that in between everything, okay? So after that, I thought, wow, I'm not gonna die. I started tearing up. I'm not gonna fucking die from Beijing beef. And then, I was like, sitting in the bed, and as I was replaying the Roadhog team fights in my head, I replayed a fight through my head where it's just like, alright, I killed 2, now my team just needs a win, and I'll just lay back and win. But the thing is, even with that feeling, in my mind, we weren't winning, and the reason was because I needed to get up one last time. And I just didn't want to get up, and I'm like, fuck, please. Just win the team fight. So these last 4 days, I've still been sick, but it's just like a lesser version of it. I've been careful about what I eat. I've been drinking water. And I've been taking pain relievers once in a while, like aspirin. I think that's the gist of it. It just feels so much longer than it was. Oh yeah, I also lost 10 pounds from just throwing up and, you know, That kind of gives you an idea of how much I was throwing up. I got food poisoning from an onion, and then I re-poisoned myself by eating Beijing beef. Like, I'm actually fucking Papega, dude. The thing is, when I lost 10 pounds, I immediately thought, oh boy, I can eat. And then I started eating a lot and still throwing up. Oh my god. It is not. Every time I think about it, I'm getting like gag reflex. If you get food poisoning or stomach flu and you like you feel really sick and you have like diarrhea, you have to, no matter what, dude, please just like drink as much water, like prepare water and just start drinking and start throwing it all up. I promise you, throwing it up will be more of a pain relief than it is to sit in your bed and just suffer. I fucking held that shit in for so long. I kept holding it in, and it was not. That is not the answer. Do not hold it in. You will it will multiply. You will only suffer more and more. I'm not a doctor, but for the 2 times that's happened to me, drinking water and throwing it up has definitely been the play. I think the reason why it was so much worse for me than it needed to be is not only did I cause it to happen twice to myself with the Beijing beef, but because I wouldn't drink as much water. I did not drink nearly as much water as I should have. Oh yeah, and my other advice is when you throw it up, try and get as much out as you can, because if you don't, you're just gonna repeat the same thing over and over. Dude, I almost died coming into 2019, man. It's just fired.